Have you ever heard of a community dog? Find out what it is. Not every furry little guy you see on the street is abandoned. In fact, he may be a community dog. In some cases, when a pet appears in a neighborhood, he is quickly adopted, but, in others, he conquers the entire neighborhood, which starts to take care of him and leaves him free to roam the surroundings. The community dog is provided for by law and cannot be collected by the CCZ, Zoonosis Control Center. Even if no one can adopt him and take him home, one of the neighbors can become the legal guardian, keeping the little dog around the neighborhood. This term is not yet so well known, although in practice it is already adopted in many places. Come learn more about this subject and get all the details about community adoption. Even though it is a very old practice, many people don't even know that it has a name and even a law, present in several states, such as São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and Rio Grande do Sul. Each state has its own legislation, but some principles are followed by all. According to the São Paulo State's Community Dog Law and Decree 12.916/2008, the definition of what a community dog is the following: one that establishes dependency and maintenance bonds with the community in which it lives, although it does not have a single and defined guardian. However, even if the puppy does not have a single guardian, by law, he must have a guardian who is the primary caregiver and guardian. Also, according to the community dog law, the guardian can register the pet and neuter it for free at the city hall. In some states, all those responsible for the community dog receive a credential from the city hall to be identified as the dog's caretakers. In other places, only one person must be registered as such. Besides being the pet of the entire neighborhood, the community dog may be responsible for performing some activities. According to the recommendations of the Zoonosis Control Center of São Paulo, he can protect the entire community in which he is inserted from unknown and even aggressive dogs. The puppy can also be trained and even trained, but this is a criterion that should be discussed in the community he belongs to. However, this is a very important recommendation for neither he nor the community to be in danger. In case of aggression and bite with a proven victim, he can be denounced as an aggressor dog and must undergo an evaluation. In this case, to open a request, the victim must get a certificate in the service unit in which she was attended, proving the aggression. In some municipalities, dogs and cats are required to have the General Animal Registration, RGA. The document serves as identification and control, and is a measure to facilitate searches in case of loss of the animal. To register the community dog, it is recommended to seek information at the City Hall. In general, the following documents are required: CPF, RG proof of residence of the municipality, certificate of vaccination of the dog against rabies of up to 12 months. In most cities there is free vaccination for dogs, which can be performed in permanent posts or during campaigns. The presence of the animal is not mandatory in the registration process of the community dog, but it is worth asking beforehand. In São Paulo, the term is required to participate in free castration. To do so, just bring the documents mentioned above. After that, register the puppy and ask for the castration referral term to be issued. The clinic hired to perform such procedure can be chosen by the main guardian, who must be responsible for the scheduling and for the transportation on the day of the surgery. You must always remember that a community dog is not abandoned. Some cities adopt the project to care for animals that live on the streets, but this does not mean that this pet is not loved and cared for. The only difference is that he has several families that take care of him. To care for a community dog, the neighborhood must provide shelter, food, clean water, and all the puppy healthy. It is also important that he wears a collar or tag with identification and is always under the supervision of the caretakers. Abandoning animals is a federal crime, which can lead to detention and the payment of a fine. If you find a pet in this condition, it is recommended to remove it from